let's look at a program which is used to swap two numbers. Basically, this program uses your printf instruction, your scanf instruction, all those instructions which we have studied in a data input output. First, let's identify what will be the logic behind this particular code, and then we'll try to write the exact code. Basically, when I say swap, swap is nothing but a process of exchanging the values with respect to memory. There are two types of swapping values. One is on-screen swapping, where you might display the values swapped on the screen, but this is not exact swapping. We call this as only screen swapping. The other is swapping with respect to its memory values. Suppose if A has got a value 10, B has got a value 20. In the memory, if I replace A with the value 20, B with the value 10, we call this as a swapping process. When I say swapping two values, there are basically two logics which you can do. One, you can use a temporary value, the other without using a temporary value. Let's first identify how exactly I try to do it using temporary values. Now, assume that I have a variable A stored with a value, a variable B stored with one more value. If I ask you to swap the values of A and B, definitely I need one more additional variable. It is as good as exchanging two full glass of waters. If I had to exchange two full glass of waters, if I pour one on the other directly, in that case I'm going to lose out one glass of water. So what I'll do is, I'll take out one more temporary variable, say T. For example, let's take A as a value 10, B as a value 20. If I ask you to swap the values, what you can do is, out of these two values, you can take one value into temporary variable. You can take any one, either A or B. Let's take up A into T. Now let me call this as process 1. We'll copy the value of A onto T. So now when you copy the value, T becomes 10. Now copy of A has been already done into T. So you can replace the value of A with B now. So let me call this as process 2, where the value of A is replaced with B. So 10 is now overwritten as 20. The value of A gets overwritten as 20. So now your A and B both share same value. So what you can do is, you can take the value of T to the third process type, that is to variable B. So when I say copy the value of T onto B, the value of B is now changed as 10. So originally A and B were 10 and 20. Now after the processing where A was transferred to T, then B was transferred to A, and then T was transferred to B, we got the value of A as 20 and B as 10. We call this as swapping with respect to memory location. Now this is the first method, where I had used a temporary variable. You can have the swapping operation of A and B even without using a temporary variable. Let's look at this particular process. Let's take up this as the second way of swapping the values. Let's take up again A as 10, B as say 20. Now what you can do is, you can use addition and subtraction rule to swap the values of A and B, or you can use multiply and division to swap the values of A and B. Let us now use the rule of addition and subtraction. Step number 1, or the process 1. What you do is, you add A and B. You add A and B and store the result in any one of these two variables of your choice. So when I add A and B, so A is 10, B is 20, so 10 plus 20 is 30. So let me select A for this particular operation. So I'll add A with B and store result into, let's say, A. So after this, your A will become 30 and B will be still 20. This is the first process. So in the first process, what I did was, I added A and B and stored the result into one of these variables. So the fresh values of A are 30 and the fresh value of B is 20. Now for the next process, what I'll do is, I'll subtract the result variable. The result variable is A in this case. Subtract these two, 30 minus 20, and store the result into the other variable. Now since I had used A as the first result variable, this time I'll do the subtraction and store the result into this particular variable B, and we'll call this as process 2. So again I'll write the process A minus B, and the result is stored this time to B. So A is 30 minus 10 minus 20 is 10 in this case. So the fresh values of A and B are 30 and 10. So again, you continue the same process. So let me identify this as step number 2. So what we did in step number 2, subtracted the result value into the other variable and store the result into the other variable. So the fresh values of A are 30 and B are 10. Now what you do is, you again carry out a subtraction. So when I carry out the subtraction, let me put a subtraction symbol at this place. So 30 minus 10. The third process says that we are going to subtract again the result variable with the other variable, and this time store the result into the result variable itself. So since the result variable is A, so 30 minus 10 is 20. So this is 20 and this is 10. So we got the values of swapped in this case, A as 20 and B as 10. So here what we did was we used additional subtraction rule rather than using a temporary variable. So instead of additional subtraction, if you feel that you can carry out the operation using multiplication division, yes, you can carry out that. Wherever I had used addition, you can replace that with asterisk, that is multiplication, and wherever I had used minus, you can use a subtraction operation. Now let's put this into programming format. Let's check out how do I put this in a program format. So I'll write the program for both the cases. Let's say with temporary variable and without temporary variable. So to begin with the program, we know a structure of C program is always going to start with a header file. Let's include a header file stdio.h. We have discussed in the previous part saying that stdio.h is responsible for all the standard input-output functions which are related to the input device, that is keyboard, and the output device, that is monitor. Now, every C function, every C program will have at least one function, and that function is titled as void main. Now let's start with the first method. If I had to take variable A and B with some value, let me take int A as a value 10 and a variable B with a value called as 20. Now the values of A and B at this point of time are 10 and 20. We have to swap these values. If you opt for the first method, in that case I'd use a temporary variable. Let me use a temporary variable as int T. Now you can carry out a declaration of this T along with the previous line itself. So int A equal to 10, comma B equal to 20, comma T. You can try that also. Let's first display the values of A and B before I carry out the swapping process. So I'll say printf before swapping /n. The /n sequence, what it does is it will display the cursor on the next line after displaying before swapping. So on the screen you'll get before swapping. After that, let me display the values of A and B as printf A equals to %D. You can leave a space, you can use a skip sequence /T. Let me leave a space and say B equals to %D. For the first format specifier, I'll display the value of A. For the second format specifier, I'll display the value of B. So now, with these two instructions, you'll get the output as before swapping on the first line. On the next line, you get A equal to 10 and B equal to 20. Now, if I opt for the first method, so in the first process, we have values of A and B. So I said you can copy A or B into this particular T. So assignment operator always work from right to left. Hence, copy the value of T. So I'll say A should be copied to T. So the value of A goes to T. So as it is said that it is going to have a right to left associativity, so the value of A gets transferred to T. So now A is having the same value and T is also having the same value. So copy the value of B onto A. So I'll say A equals to B. So the value of B goes to A. That is the second process. And the third process, the value of T comes back to B. So I'll say B equals to T. Now you can display the output again back on the screen with the new values. So I'll say printf. Let me use /n at this place first, because in the previous line after B equals to %D, you can use /n at that place, or you can even use at the first instant. So I'll say after swapping. Now let me display the values of A and B one more time. I'll say printf A equals to %D. You can leave a space, b equals to percentage d. For the first specifier, let me use value of a, and the second specifier, let me use the value of b. Let's wind up this particular code. So here you observe the value of a goes to t, b goes to a, and then t goes to b. So here after swapping, you'll get the value of a and b as 20 and 10. Now if you opt for the second method, the entire program remains same. Even the first instruction will remain same, the last instruction will remain same. The only change will be in these two. If you remember the logic which I said, so what I said was add a and b, add a and b, add the first two numbers and store into any one variable of your choice. Let me do this. A equals to a plus b. A equals to a plus b. So here add a and b and store the result into a. So here I am considering a as the result variable. After that, you have to carry a continuous subtraction operation. The result variable should be subtracted from b. So here when I said a equals to a plus b, so a is 10, b is 20, 10 plus 20 is a. So now modified value of a is 30 and b is 20. So I'll now subtract the values 30 minus 20. But this time I'll store the value into the other variable, that is b. In the first case, I selected a as the result variable for the addition operation, and for subtraction operation I'll do the subtraction operation and store result into b. So now after this operation, a was 30, b is 20, 30 minus 20 is 10, so that goes into b. So b has modified from a 20 to 10 and a is still 30. Again I'll carry out a subtraction operation, a equals to a minus b, and this time I'll use a. So you can use either addition subtraction rule for swapping the values, or you can use a temporary variable to swap the values. So basically swapping might be a simple logic, but this particular logic will be used in future programs every now and then. So there the entire process need not be repeated. You need to remember just this particular swapping process. So how exactly this particular swapping process goes? So the swapping process goes with a temporary variable or without temporary variable. If it is specified for you that you are supposed to carry out a swapping without a temporary variable, then only opt for the second method. Otherwise, we always use a temporary variable for swapping the values of two variables. So remember, swapping is exchanging not on screen but with respect to its memory location. Thank you.